Shalom, Yashrala. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And citation, much love for you, I can pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here quick little lesson. I'll probably entitle it something like, what are you looking forward to getting back to? Or something to that extent. What are you looking forward to coming up next? Something along those lines. Just from talking to regular people in the world or whatever whatnot. Maybe people at your job or whatever whatnot. A lot of people now are so-called. How do I put it? They're getting out of that so-called COVID phase, more or less to say, mentally. They're trying to make plans about what they're about to do. This is like some of the talk that people are talking about. You know what? We're going to go on vacation in about 2-3 weeks or next month. Or, we're about to move or whatever, whatnot. Or we're about to go do this and go do that. So people are getting back to their mind state, just like the scriptures say. The coming of the Son of Man is going to be like the days of Noah, where people are going to be eating and drinking and marrying and giving into marriage and so on and so forth, But nevertheless, and again, we always bring this out whenever we talk about things like this. There are, not to be simple, there are certain situations where you have to make certain moves, for your certain situation. Not saying that, because you're moving in these times or whatever, whatnot, you going off for that, hey, you might have lost your job, got to downsize and move, or maybe you got a job closer to where so on and so forth, and you have to move for those situations. All right. But I'm talking about people who are making these moves with, longevity in mind, we're about to build a house. So me and my grandkids or whatever, whatnot can, grow up here. Your kids ain't even had kids yet, but yet they're planning for these things, or, we're going to put this here money aside for our kid to go to college, hell, in fact, speaking to my neighbors and them, they was, the neighbor's husband is in the military. They were living out in Japan. They came home for the COVID situation, but they're talking about them and their kids. The kids talking about going back to college in, South Korea or whatever, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And moving back over to Japan and doing all these different things, and it's got my mindset thinking like, damn, man, Tawadi Habashim Al Shah for having my eyes open to this here understanding and to know that these things is all going away. Everything around us is going away and everything around us is tainted, so you have people with these desires of certain things, but you have to understand that everything is tainted, man. So what's the point of you going to college? You might have to spend 4 years in college or whatever, whatnot. And before the 4 years is over, we might not even be here no more, But granted, there are certain situations, because I do know some people that'll finesse the system, more or less to say, to basically get housing and board just by being signed up in school and so on and so forth, or if you're already in school or whatever, whatnot, but you have to understand your mindset shouldn't be here for being in longevity. All right. So let me start here. Micah 2 and verse 10, it says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. All right. And again, when it says arise ye and depart, it's not saying physically to get up and leave. All right. But nevertheless, your mind and your spirit has to be up out of this here place, man. Again, you have to be thinking as if it's a temporary stay here. All right. I mean, there are things that you can do. All things are lawful, but not expedient. Yeah, I mean, it is, lawful. It ain't nothing really wrong with starting a business right now, buying a house right now and things like that. But you have to understand what your situation is. For an example, right? You're trying to start a business and your business is going to take 10, 15 years to take off, or you start making some money and your plan is to pass this on down to your child or make some huge impact in the world or whatever, whatnot, discover some new thing or whatever, whatnot. Like, yo, man, your mindset shouldn't be on that. But however, let's say you're a barber, you're already a barber, you work at some barber shop, cutting hair or whatever, whatnot. But see, you be getting some clients here on the side, you might want to break off and start cutting hair in your garage. Now you about to start your own little business over here. All right, well, shit, that ain't really, you still got to pay your bills, right? So we're not talking about things like that. But as far as the longevity and people thinking in their minds, everything here is going, it's going to be all right. So the question is, what are you going to go back to? All right. Everything here is defiled. So it says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. All right. And another thing, like I said, some people with buying homes and things like that, they have this mindset, first time parents coming up, we're going to buy this here house and get these kids. We're going to grow up. We're going to live here forever. We're going to start flipping real estate for the longevity. Hey, man, all these things are going to be, going away, man. So don't invest all your time and your energy into these into these things where it's a temporary situation, It's just like if you got an apartment, let's just say you're getting a house built, but you got to stay in your apartment between now and the time your house getting built. You're not going to really go all out decorating this apartment that you're only going to be here for 6 months, man. Buying furniture explicitly for this apartment and painting this apartment when you got a house being built, it's only going to take 6 months, or maybe you got something to be repaired at your house. You're going to be out of the house for 6 months, It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. And I want to touch in on this here pollution, man. Again, everything here is corrupted, man. All right, so you have to understand that, the Most High will give you so-called little nice things here and there, according to your mind, you know what I'm saying, what you think is nice, and you know what I'm saying, because, and saying this humbly, you know what I'm saying, yeah, the Most High can bless you with a quote-unquote a nice car, you know what I'm saying, again, in your mind, because it ain't nothing in comparison to a chariot, you know what I'm saying, none of the things that we have now is to be compared with what we're about to receive. So this is why I keep saying in your mind, nice things in your mind, but then you have to understand, hey, be happy and content with what you got, man. All right, we're not going to have anything here perfect in this here society, because why? It's all defiled, man. All right, so the Most High can give you a woman, she could be a bad chick, all outdoors. Look, hey, she flies all outdoors, everything is on point here and there, but she got something wrong with her, you know what I'm saying? It's some type of thing, where she might want you to cut your beard off. You spend too much time with the brothers. She wants you to eat some pork, you know what I'm saying? Or just whatever kind of crazy stuff. Get you to do some defiled shit, sleep with her and her sister, or her and her homegirl, or all kind of crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? So you have to understand, like, yo, man, things aren't going to be 100% perfect here, because why it says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. So investing your all into all these things and making things work to the perfect, hey, let's say you have a woman, right? Like the scripture saying, you be content with living with her. Let me grab that real quick. Let me read verse 7 and 8. I'm gonna jump down. 1 Corinthians 7 and 7, it says, for I would that all men were even as me, or even as I myself, but every man hath this proper gift of the Most High, one after this manner and another after that. I say therefore to the unmarried and to the widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. So hey, if you ain't in no relationship right now, you know what I'm saying, it's not really wise that you be sitting over here trying to, this is your main tactic, your main focus. Oh, I gotta get a woman, I gotta get a woman, I gotta get a woman. To where you start investing all your time and your energy into looking for a woman, just to find out that, you might get that bad chick. She might be fine as all outdoors or whatever, whatnot, everything is on point, but she wants you to keep delving in wickedness, Oh, she keep putting in your face, you a bad husband, because you don't want to celebrate these holidays, where you don't want to put up the Christmas tree and go to the Christmas dinner and so on and so forth and everything like that. You don't want to go to church with her parents and everything like that. This is what you have to look forward to in these here times that we're living in, man, because we're at the end all be all, where the days are getting worse and worse and things are waxing worse and worse, man. All right, so everything around us is already defiled, but it's just getting worse and worse and worse off in. All right, so you have to understand these things. All right, so hey, if possible, again, arise and depart from this here place mentally. You don't be trying to invest your time and your energy and your focus in onto these carnal things that's, for one, already defiled, and two, that they all going away anyway. They're gonna be cleaned up, and three, we about to get all this 100-fold back anyway, all in righteousness. All right, so let me jump down to verse 12. Well, let me start at verse 10. And unto the married I command ye not, but the Lord, let not the wife depart from her husband, but if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother have a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. And the woman which has a husband that believeth not, if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. And as I was going into, the reason I brought this here scripture out was because, look, hey, you might have a woman, you know what I'm saying? Be content with what you got right now. They're not going to be perfect. So you sitting over here driving yourself crazy, just wishing she would put some fringes on, wishing she would eat right, you know what I'm saying? Wishing her mindset would be 100% right. Yo, man, if you got a little bit of something, just be content with that. Hang on to that. Just understand, keep this in mind. This is all going to get fixed up. This is all going to be changed up soon, because everything is all destroyed right now, man. You have to understand, like, let me just be content with this. When we get into the kingdom, we're going to have this and 100-fold, Like, it's just like you trying to get certain people to get it. You might see a 2/3 that's your relative or somebody like that real close, and they ain't going to get it. Hey, it's not nothing to really beat yourself up over. Just look at it this way, man. In the kingdom, we're going to all be righteous, man. They're going to get it when we in the kingdom, man. We'll be back together again, and we'll be all good. Everything is going to be all straight once we get into the kingdom. But until now, I'm not going to sit here and worry myself over you, because you can't get it right now. You have that role in that position to play. Also, likewise for us, man. Hey, we understand. Hey, like Ezekiel 9:4 say, Set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. All right, the elect, they're going to be pissed off of the condition of the world and how everything is going, man. Nothing is going to be right for you, man. All right, because why? You know, you have an understanding of how things are supposed to be in righteousness, man. Well, you may not know 100% how things should be in righteousness, but you know the way things are right now is just complete wickedness, man. All right, nothing here is you know, not been tainted by some kind of thing, man. All right. Let me go back from there to, where was I just at? Micah. All right, so it says Micah 2:10 again. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. Like I just went over in the First Corinthians. All right, because like I said, man, trying to get certain things to be to the perfection. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you got a job, you can pay your bills and everything like that. Maybe you even got your own business and it's just making enough to pay your bills and everything like that. But you want to make more and more and more money so you can start living a better lifestyle, so-called balling on them or whatever, whatnot. But everything is defiled out here, man. All right, so no matter what you get, something is going to always come up. You know, Jake can't have nothing so-called imperfection on this side because we're under these curses, man. All right, you'll drive yourself crazy trying to get to these things like, man, how come I just can't get a decent job, or I ain't got to worry about this, or I ain't got to worry about that, or why can't I just get a car with no problems, or nothing like, hey, bro, we're in our hell, man. We have to go through this here this suffering, man. And a lot of the things that we're so-called suffering right now is not really big suffering, you know, so-called annoyances and things like that. But it really is only annoying when you so-called trying to live after the ways of this here world, man. All right, you upset why my car can't function right, or you know, whatever, whatnot. You know, why my job, the people at my job's always assholes, or my boss this and that, whatever. I hate going to this job. Hey, man, that's because we still in this here captivity first and foremost, man. All right, and if everything was straight and you know everything was perfectly fine for you, would you really have the drive to sit here and put in this here work? Would you still be sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof? It's not really that you sign and crying because you see everybody else going through it. You sign and crying because you yourself is also going through these things. So you feel the heat in the kitchen, man. You know what it's like, man. All right, you've experienced these things, and so now you crying out like, oh, this shit ain't even right, bro. How y'all gonna, when you actually go through something, somebody could have told you, oh, they did me wrong, this and that. You're like, man, so. But then when you go through it, you all crying out, oh man, they did me wrong, man. They playing with my money, man. They playing with my paycheck, man. So on and so forth. Now you know what it's like because why? You've experienced that, you know? So let me go from there to the book of Isaiah. 29-16. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work of him that made it, shall the work say to him that made it, hath he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say to him that framed it, he have no understanding? You know, because also, yeah, this is one of the things that Esau likes to go into, where it's like, oh, everything ain't, the beginning of the creation, the Most High put out the commandment to create all these different things, and he saw everything was good. But Esau's trying to change up a lot of things, But also, Jacob's in the same mind state right now, where they're trying to better their situation. They're trying to, so on and so forth, which, again, it ain't really nothing wrong with trying to better your situation, but you have to ultimately understand that your situation is not going to get better until we get up out of this here captivity, man. All right, for instance, there's people that's like, you know what? We finna go live off grid, off in the country. We're going to grow our own food. We're going to start farming. We're going to do all this because I'm tired of, they see the wickedness going on. I'm tired of the fake food. I'm tired of all this fake mess and all this and that. And so we're going to go live off the grid, off in the woods or whatever, whatnot. And we're going to grow our own food. Well, I mean, if you got that mind state, it's like you think you can escape the curses and still be comfortable here in Babylon. All right, you have to understand that everything is defiled, man. The soil is defiled. The seeds, where you going to get the proper seeds from? Where you going to get the proper weather from, the weather patterns coming in from, man? And how you know that there ain't no infestation of insects that might come and take up all your crops? Or if Esau come and deem that your property is illegal or whatever, whatnot, man. You're not going to get this in perfection, man. All right, because while we live in it, I like to remind people, well, you got to remember where we at, man. We in hell, man. We in the belly of the beast right now, man. This place is polluted. All right, it's going to destroy you, man. Everything is turned upside down here, man. All right, everything is out of whack and out of order, man. So your normal way of functioning and your normal way of doing things, you can't do that because everything is out of order right now, man. All right, yeah, you're humanly desired, like the scripture says, a man shall leave his mother and his father and shall cleave unto his wife, and the two shall become one flesh, and be fruitful and multiply. This is inside of our DNA. This is part of our build. But then you also have to understand, like, this ain't condition or a time frame to be having children in, because what kind of world are they going to be growing up into, man? If we hate this here world, why, look at what they're bringing up into this here society, man. All right, or you try to get a woman in this here society, like you already know the type of hell and the things, the burdens, the things you have going on. You already super busy and so on and so forth, trying to stay focused on watching these prophecies and things like that. But now you want to add on somebody else that's just going to want nothing but attention and not understand the importance of what you're really doing, and throw that out the window because you're not giving them all the attention all day long, man. All right, so everything here is defiled, man. Everything is out of whack, out of order, man. So again, my question is, what are you going to go back to, man? All right, you trying to go back into this here world? Oh, I'm going to go get some money, man. Well, your money's getting devalued day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out, man. All right, so, I mean, you have to keep working harder and harder and harder. Just, you actually are getting more money, but things are starting to cost more money. So, you know what I'm saying? It's back in the days, a brand new Suburban probably be like $35,000, $40,000. Nowadays, these damn trucks is like $80,000, $90,000. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you're getting paid a little bit more money, but really, really, the price of these things are going up at a higher rate than what your income is going up at, man. All right, and the quality of everything is being more and more defiled, man. All right, yeah, again, you got way more access to women with the internet and social media and things like that, but they're way more defiled now, man. All right, so yeah, you got the freedom to do all these things you may have never been able to do and so on and so forth, but, bro, it's all defiled, man. What are you going to go back to? All right? Oh, let me go back to Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 24. I'm going to start at the top. Behold, Yahweh maketh the earth empty and maketh it waste and turneth it upside down and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. So the Most High is going to have to shake this here place up. He's going to have to thoroughly cleanse it by destroying all these things. Why? Because Esau done turned the whole world upside down. So the Most High got to come and turn everything right side up again, man. All right? They call good evil and evil good, man. All right? When you try to do certain things that's good, they deem that evil, like speaking the truth and things like that, disciplining your children so they don't grow up to be monsters. They call all that evil, but then they promote they promote a lot of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna name some things, but I don't want them to get all salty and try to flag the video. But they promote propagating lies to the little young children and making them believe these things to further destroy their lives when they get older, man. All right, but hey, this is what they uphold in this here society. So the Most High has to come and destroy this place, man. All right, so look, before this here place, you got to endure all these things, man. You have to endure all these things before this place destroys you. You know what I'm saying? You got to endure all these things so the Most High can come and destroy these, until the Most High comes and destroy all these things, because this place, man, is going to run you through, man. All right? You know what? Let me read verse 2 just, for further edification. All right, so everything's all out of whack, right? It says, verse 2, and it shall be as with the people, so with the priests, So, hey, your everyday people that you walk around and everything like that, you see these people, man, and this is one of the most annoying things, man, like, just not even speaking on the truth or anything like that, but just in your regular everyday walk, like just at work, you see these damn people, man, they so bugged the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Whether you have to work with them or whatever, whatnot, and you just see that they might not even be doing nothing directly to you, but you just see that how stupid they are, man. The things that they sit over here and do, and they be like wondering why this happened or why that happened, or just doing some of the damnedest of things, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, prime example, the people riding around in their cars with the windows up by themselves with the mask on and the gloves all on, like, yo, y'all can't even think for yourself, man. This is half the reason why we're up in this situation now, because y'all are all destroyed, man. You forgot how to think for your own self, man. All right, your family's all defiled. Everybody's destroyed, man. All right. So it says, as with the people, so with the priests, because, hey, and these harlot houses, these churches and everything like that, they all defiled, man. All right, unless you go, and first of all, I was going to say, unless you go into a church and they teaching you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you Hebrew Israelites, according to the scriptures. All right, but nevertheless, they ain't necessarily following the scriptures, because why? They say go out to the highways and the byways, and the Most High dwelleth not in the temples made with hands. All right, so, hey, man, even the whole so-called religious system is turned upside down, man. All right, as with the servant, so with the master. You got a lot of people now that don't even want to go to work because they've been so used to just sitting at home and collecting benefits and everything like that. You can't find, like, you have a lot of these businesses and things like that. Like I know at my job, man, we trying to find some employees and whatnot to come work for us, but hey, can't really find nobody to come work. All right, but not only that, the people that we do get, they all bugged out and on drugs and everything like that. They all peeled out and whatever the fuck they on. You know what I'm saying? To the point, it's like, damn, man, like, are you serious, bro? You serious right now? But nevertheless, this is what's going on, right? But also it says, so with his master, as with the servant, so with his master. So, hey, you got a lot of these companies that's also taking advantage of people, underpaying them, not giving them benefits and so on and so forth. All right, so where you can't even afford to live, Can't afford to take off no vacation or nothing like that. You don't get none of these so-called benefits or anything like that, man. These businesses are also ripping people off and everything like that, man. All right. As with the maid, as with the maid, so with her mistress. Hey, again, for one, we could just go into the role models of our society, man. All right, you don't really have a lot of the fathers in the household because they've been kicked out over these governmental aid assistances and things like that. But nevertheless, you also have, like, with the elderly women, not to say old women, but women in their 30s, women who got kids that they kids is like teenagers right now, man, or even younger, man. These same women are neglecting their children to go out to the damn club to shake their ass, twerking. They got their little kids videotaping them on the camcorders and everything like that, man. All right, and they use all these social media sites or whatnot to swipe left and swipe right to hook up with people left in and bro. But there's no guidance. You don't have none of these older women telling these younger women they don't want to do all this. But what are the older women trying to do? They trying to compete with the younger women, man. All right, all of them out there just looking like a bunch of harlots out in the streets, man. All right, and they all defile. And then also on top of that, they didn't give them the illusion of women's rights and women's freedom, and this illusion, all right, which is further separating them from these here men. You know what I'm saying? And putting these laws into their heads and so on and so forth. This is destroying the hell out of them, man. All right. It says, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower. Again, these businesses are overpricing their items and everything like that, man. All right, so on and so forth, to where everything is super inflated, to where you can't, they build a house where it costs maybe $300,000 to build a damn house, but they charge you $800,000 for the damn house, man. All right. It says, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury with them, because they always inflate these damn interest rates and everything like that. So, man, every system, everything where you try to go, man, it's all first-time business owners, first-time homeowners, all these goddamn things, man. They all defile, man. There's nothing but traps to catch you all up, man, and keep people further depressed. Oh, vote for this person, vote for that. Man, they all corrupt, man. Everything is all corrupted, man. What are you going to go back to, man? So what happens if Joe Biden does win? What? Fuck all that, man. You had Barack Obama. That should let you jakes that's in that mind state know, man. Because you're looking for somebody close enough to you, close enough to what you think is going to help you. But you had somebody that y'all could so-called identify with. He didn't help you out, man. It's all defiled, man. All right? Verse 3, the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh hath spoken. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languish and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. All right? Because look, man, even the proud people, man, they even depressed right now, man. Because why? Because, you know what? Let me jump down a little bit. Well, let me read this and then jump down. The earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws and changed the ordinance and broken the everlasting covenant. Going into a lot of these things, changing the orders of certain things, for one, with all these children growing up, this, being able to so-called change their identities and things like this and so on and so forth, you're just confusing the hell out of these damn children, man. It's like telling a child from birth, if you keep believing on, if you believe hard enough, you can sprout wings and you can actually fly away. And they just keep believing that. You got somebody 35 years old sitting in the corner like, nah, I'm almost there. I'm almost there, about to sprout wings. And then a normal person look at them like, bro, you is bugged the fuck out. But you've been conditioning this child their whole life like that, man. So where do you think they're going to be at, man? All right. So, hey, everything is all defiled here, man. Everything is all defiled. We raise up our children here being defiled, man. We have all these new systems and these new ideas that we keep promoting out here, man. Look at all these jakes out here talking about voting. I'm like, bro, y'all had Barack Obama, man. If there was anybody that was supposed to be y'all savior, that would have been it, because, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, we got our first black president. But what did he want to do for you? Nothing, man. It's all defiled, man. So now let me jump down. All right. Let me just keep reading. Verse 8. The mirth of tabrets ceases, and the noise of them that rejoice ended. The joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. All right. So going into these things, man, they're not going to be out here partying and so on and so forth. Just, we going to go out, girl. We going out to twerk and blah, 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 blah. Go find us a baller man at the club. Now they going out or they trying to go out, or they drinking out in their depression, man. I'm tired. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I done got laid off of my job and COVID, and I'm waiting on this unemployment check, but they better stop playing with my money. We got to go do this. We got to go get our OnlyFans. Bro, everything is defiled right now, man. All right, you should notice that when a gig like economy came in, where you have doctors and so on and so forth, now having to drive Uber on the side and everything like that and so on and so forth, man. Check out the kind of cars your delivery drivers are driving, man. All right, it ain't necessarily because they just made bad choices in life. They might have been making a good choice in their life, or they had a, well-paying job or whatever, whatnot, when they bought that car, but fell on hard times with the lockdowns. So now they got to supplement it by, doing some Uber or some Lyft, Uber Eats on the side, or delivering pizzas or whatever, whatnot, man. All right, because look, man, this is now a time of depression, man. All right, but yet you still trying to so-called come back. Again, what are you coming back to, man? You try to make your comeback or whatever, whatnot. 2021 gonna be way better than 2020. This is gonna be our year next year, man. We gonna come through, man. We gonna come up. We gonna do this. We gonna do that, bro. It's all defiled, man. All right, it's all over with, bro. It's all over with, man. All right. Let me read verse 10. 10 through 12. The city of confusion, which is Babylon, all right, is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. All right, so people are looking for a so-called good time right now. Man, I want to go on vacation, man. Where the party at? Where this and where the fun at, man? Let's go out and go have fun. Let's go to the bar and drink. You know what I'm saying? But got the fear of COVID. They got the lockdowns, so on and so forth. Verse 12, the city is left desolation, and the gates is smitten with destruction. But nevertheless, that was more or less the point. Everything is destroyed. Everything is turned upside down here, man. Everything here is defiled, man. What are you trying to go back to, man? What are you trying so hard to go back to? What are you so hard trying to bounce back to, man? All right, the only thing that you can hope for. Oh, let me grab this. We'll close out with Let me find it real quick. Matter of fact, it's right here. Because we was just reading, matter of fact, in Isaiah 24, how the Lord was going to make the earth empty. So this is kind of going into it as well. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 3. So like 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, when people are least expecting it. Because, wow, they trying to go back to their mirth spirit. They trying to, or they drinking into depression right now. Their minds is all on the COVID lockdowns, COVID-19, and so on and so forth. And just getting back out to living their so-called best life again, The day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works therein shall be burnt up. Going back into Isaiah 24, how the Lord maketh the earth empty, because why? Everything is all defiled, all right? Verse 11, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person are you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? All right, so what should your mindset be on? What should you really be investing into right now, man? What should you really be looking forward to, right? Verse 12, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, according to his promise, look for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, and that's one of the main points, man. All right, because, you still going to have your same desires, man. I want a woman, I want a family, I want some kids, I want a house. But again, everything is defiled here, man. They're going to be teaching your kids about, changing their genders and everything like that, man. Hey, I'm going to close out with this next precept, but nevertheless, let me just get the precept. Hebrews 4 and 11. Let us labor, therefore, into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. So going back to Micah 2 and 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. But seeing all these things is going to be dissolved. Everything is all broken down, man. Everything is all corrupted, man. Everything is all defiled, man. All right, so because everything is defiled, the Lord has to make the earth empty. All right, everything is going to pass away with fervent heat. The elements is going to melt, man. All right, so what manner of conversation should you be in right now? Where should your main drive be? Your main focus should be into? All right, it says, let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. Because why? That rest is talking about what? That new heaven and that new earth, where everything is made right, man. All right, you over here looking for women and everything like that. Man, hey, do this here work until we get into the kingdom. You can have really your heart's desire, but not just that. Not just the quantity of women, the quality of women. They gonna all be righteous, man. All your wives are gonna be righteous, man. You ain't gonna be arguing and fighting, and ain't no child support. Ain't none of that shit. None of that shit, man. Your kids, you ain't gotta worry about them. Hey, you might not even see your kids for a while. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna still be straight. You ain't gotta worry about them going out and becoming drug addicts, killing, doing all kind of crazy shit. You ain't gotta worry about none of these things, man. All right, you ain't gotta worry about if I got my mortgage or getting evicted out of your house, man. We're gonna be in the kingdom, man. You're not gonna have to worry about going off from the Most High, man, and dishonoring the Most High, man, and all these things, man. All right, constantly doing wicked shit, thinking wicked thoughts, and all these different things, man. All right, this is what we should be doing. If you want to do all those so-called things according to the flesh on this side, let us labor in this here truth that we may be able to indulge in all those things in the kingdom, man. The kingdom will come quicker, man. All right, so Lord's will, you was edified with this here lesson. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth and our will. And citation and much love for you, I can pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth. and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say stay strong. Shalom.